Hello everyone. I want to talk about how to build social capital in a contactless world. I know what you're thinking. It is COVID. We have already learned how to live our own solitary lives online without having much contact with the outside physical world, right? Why should we be talking about building social capital? Please wait to hear me out. We are becoming increasingly lonely, and I post this with a sense of urgency. We live in a world where not a whole lot of our connections equate to meaningful relationships. So that is why I have this sense of urgency to bring a point across to you. Sequoia trees live to grow up to 300 feet tall, but their roots are only 12 to 14 feet deep, even at their tallest. So, a very, very old sequoia tree will occupy over 1 acre of earth with its roots. And these roots are superficial, they're only 12 to 14 feet deep into the soil. So, if you try to understand that, it is a mass of matted roots and soil that is able to hold up such a long, gigantic tree that almost weighs nearly 2 million pounds. The reason is these sequoia trees actually create these roots in a matted fashion so that every root is hanging on to the other one for support, and thereby they're creating a very strong hold even though they are very, very shallow inside the core of the earth. So my point with telling you this story about the sequoia trees is, even in an individualistic world, there is great power to collaboration. There is a great power in connection. Because if you just imagine your own life, right, in the context of others, you can see yourself as whether you're a successful person or a not so successful person. You believe in the kindness of your heart that solitary confinement is cruel. Without connections and without meaningful human contact and bodily contact and visual stimulation, we become depressed. We don't see any point in carrying on. Just how much we need food and water and shelter, which are the most basic. After that, beyond our basic needs comes our interpersonal and our social connections. You know, uh, we see everything in a social context. We are probably, if we are naked in a bedroom versus we are naked in a park, you can see what is acceptable and what is not. So we see everything through society's lens. We pride our network on LinkedIn or Facebook, the number of counts, the number of friends, the number of likes, all these things matter. The more lonely we become, the more isolated and withdrawn we become. And we can't understand what the whole point of our existence is. So, the reason is because we thrive on outward contribution. We even though we might not agree readily, our personal growth is because we are competing with somebody that we have seen. We want to aspire to get to wherever that celebrity is, or wherever that rich person or that very popular woman is. We want to aspire to get to that point. So our personal growth is somewhat hinged to our connections and how we perceive the world in a way. If you study the whole point about culture and social intelligence, and if you understand these theories, our sense of ourself grows and evolves as much as we are able to connect with others. So even as an individual, if you want to grow and evolve, you have to understand how to react and how to adapt to the society that you live in. So in essence, again, it forms the basis of your self-worth and your own competencies, how you see yourself as worthy of being a part of this community. So our sense of self is deeply rooted in our sense of how well we are connected to our peers and strangers alike. So that is why I believe that social capital is extremely important to build so that we understand our self-worth and our positive contributions to the world. Thank you.